up in Detroit, Michigan, and I came from a musical family, so there's music all the time in the house. My dad played guitar and keyboards. So my musical influences was everything you could imagine from the 70s, all the funk music. So even though I was born in 1980, I heard all the funk stuff in the house all the time. And so everything from the Commodores to Earth, Wind & Fire, I listened to on a daily basis. Maceo Parker, Kenny G, Dave Koz, Joel Albright, the list goes on and on. Main influences, I'd have to say just music period. It wasn't just one artist, it was a variety of artists and a variety of genres, everything from funk to R&B to top 40. I listened to it all and just consumed it all. So, growing up in Detroit, there's a lot of Motown music as well, so it's a very eclectic background of music, so that's where I came from. All I do is just bring every ounce of emotion that I have into it. A lot of times I'll pick up a saxophone and start playing a song based on a mood that I'm in. So if I'm in more of a sexy mood, I'll pick up the soprano. If I'm in more of a funky mood, I'll pick up the alto sax. And the tenor sax is like a cross between those. What I try to bring across in my songs is just basically how I'm feeling at that point that I wanted to write it. And so that just composed of like all the emotion that I can bring into it, and a certain beat, a certain level of you would say funkiness to it. Just the feel and the beat around it is really important in my music. So my music, my parents encouraged my music quite a bit growing up. My dad is a professional musician in Detroit. He played music and everything from top 40 bands to anything you can imagine. He played guitar and keyboards. With that upbringing, my first instrument I brought home in the 4th grade was drums. And he said, "Have you ever thought about the saxophone?" I got right into the saxophone and loved it. Just loved the way that it sounded. You know, just all the music that my dad brought in, and us kids just listening to it just really kind of helped us, you know, hear music and want to play it. With my dad always having music around the house and everything else, it made me inspired to be an artist and a writer of music. So he helped me write my first album back in 2003. I was a sophomore in college, and we spent a whole summer on it. And he, in addition to playing guitar and keyboards, he's an engineer in the studio and also a mix engineer as well. Hello, my name is Justin Young. I'm a saxophonist, and soon you'll be able to hear my music through this interview. My website's www.justinyoungsax.com. It's got a bunch of songs, interviews, and videos. And last November, I produced and released 2 albums, a Home for the Holidays Christmas CD and another original CD entitled Nothing But Love. 2007 entitled On the Way, which Paul Brown mixed and played on, as well as Tim Bowman, guitarist, and Gail Johnson, musical director of Norman Brown. 2003, that was entitled Rendezvous. I play all the saxophones, everything from soprano, alto, and tenor, and I got a lot of different rhythms that go from funky to easy listening, and a lot of stuff that you're going to love. It's just a beautiful thing.